I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse Theater. And what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. She's 5'5" tall with a reach of 66.1 inches. Up against them, Sweet.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Katie Taylor, perhaps the greatest athlete Ireland has ever produced. And they'll be facing Sweet from the United States of America.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Bray, Ireland. She became the 8th boxer in history to hold all 4 world titles, a 2-division world champion, and an undisputed women's lightweight champion of the world. Simply the best, Katie Taylor. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the red trunks, trimmed with black. Sweet!
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
People are arguing about this in the street, in the pubs, in the bars, and this is why it gets giddy, gets exciting. The anticipation, second to none.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. She scores with that counter. Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Oh, and there it is. She couldn't take any more. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
They beat the count, but wobbly legs for sure. Let's see if she presses hard for the finish.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
She catches and counters. Nice counter. Straight right just misses. She got clipped by that counter. Right hook just missed. Nice counter. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. She scores with that counter. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
We're going to have to jump all over them, right? We're going to have to mix it up. Body, head, Just make sure you're doing it smart. Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Be smart, change your angles. You go in there.
So now's the time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to...
You jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to...
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Body.
Just jump all over again. Mix it up, body and head. Be smart, change your angles.
And there's the bell to start the round. Desperate times call for desperate measures, Johnny. She just got dropped in that last round. Got to change something in the game plan here to turn this around.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Fighters love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place. They will spot it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Parries that jab away. Holding nothing back here in the round. She got very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter. That seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
You need to
change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Again, mix it up, body and head. Be smart, change your angles.
Time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to have to mix it up. Body, head. Just make sure you're doing it smart. Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Be in head, be smart, change your angles. You go in there.
So now's the time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to...
You jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over her.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to...
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Jump all over again. Mix it up, body and head. Be smart, change your angles.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Not a lot of defense here at all. be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Notes is gone. Finito. Kaput.
Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Again, mix it up, body and hair, be smart, change your angles.
Time, we're going to have to jump all over him, right? We're going to have to mix it up. Body, head, just make sure you're doing it smart. Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Body and hair, be smart, change your angles. You go in there.
So now's the time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to...
You jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over her.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to...
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Body.
Just jump all over her again. Mix it up, body and hair. Be smart, change your angles.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and start it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He wasn't ready for that counter. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two women pretty close halfway through the round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That jab misses. A big whiff with the right hook. Fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A perfect counter lands. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Stumbling around in potholes. The corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Notes is gone. Finito. Kaput.
Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Again, mix it up, body and hair. Be smart, change your angles.
Time, we're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to have to mix it up. Body, head, just make sure you're doing it smart. Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Be in there, be smart, change your angles. You go in there.
So now's the time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to...
You jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over.
Go out there and finish it. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to...
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Mix it up, body and hair. Be smart, change your angles.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook just can't find the target. Nice counter. A straight right just misses. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
It's hard, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. She scores with that counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Nice counter shot. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
So now's the time. You're going to jump all over her.
Which is gone. We need to kaput.
Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Again, mix it up, body and head, be smart, change your angles.
Time. You're going to have to jump all over her, right? You're going to have to mix it up. Body, head. Just make sure you're doing it smart. Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Body and head, be smart, change your angles. You go in the...
So now's the time. You're going to have to jump all over her, right? You're going to...
You jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to...
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Mix it up. Body...
Just jump all over again. Mix it up, body and head. Be smart, change your angles.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
The perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. They need to be careful let them punch themselves out here. Both of these fighters have had their moments. They both want the knockout.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the uppercut but misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Swing and a miss with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Go out there and finish it.
Again, mix it up, body and head, be smart, change your angles.
Time. finish it.
Body and head, be smart, change your angles. You go in there.
So now's the time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to...
You jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over her.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to go.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Body.
Just jump all over her again. Mix it up, body and head. Be smart, change your angles.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Catch and shoot. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. Just missing with the uppercut.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. Nice counter shot. That jab doesn't score. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. She catches and counters. A perfect counter lands. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
So now's the time. We're going to have to jump all over her.
Nature's gone. We need to kaput.
Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Again, mix it up, body and head. Be smart, change your angles.
Time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to have to mix it up. Body, head. Just make sure you're doing it smart. Change your angles. Go out there and finish it.
Body and head. Be smart, change your angles. You go in there.
So now's the time. We're going to have to jump all over her, right? We're going to...
You jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over her.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to go.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
We're going to mix it up. Body...
Just jump all over again. Mix it up, body and head. Be smart, change your angles.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
That jab misses. Nice counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Those counter punches have to hurt. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well Well done with that counter shot. Stamina is off the chart. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. And now they're right back into the... Stumbling around on Bambi legs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Good counter shot by her. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over her.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to...
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Over again. Mix it up. Body and head. Be smart. Change angles.
They ring the bell, and here we go. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
How about that time counter shot? He wasn't ready for that counter. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Jab slightly off target. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Very close match.
And that was it! That was the big shot we were waiting for! Disaster averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Big swing and a miss with the hook. They exchange punches. They exchange punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. A perfect counter shot. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Jumped all over. She's ready to go now. Just jump all over her.
Go out there and finish her. She's ready to...
You go in there and you finish her. She's ready to...
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Body. Just jump all over her again. Mix it up. Body and head. Be smart. Change your angles.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Straight right just misses. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
These two are the perfect dance partners. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. They need to be careful. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Good counter punch. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about championship material.
And now's the time you're going to jump all over.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an ending out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
There's a counter shot. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable.
Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Nice work, but she could. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will...
And we may see a stoppage here. And down goes Sweet. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell to start the round. You can see the frustration on her face in the corner. She knows it is go time now. Fight or flight. She's got to get back in it in this round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Incredible work rate. hook won't score. She got put by that counter. Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Hook just can't find the target. And we may see an early stoppage here.
Good work. Good defense.
It somehow weathered the storm.
Green Day's now.
And Sweet has been dropped. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I've got to see that again.
You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.